Right now, tucked away in Swedish jars, drawers, and winter coats, there is 5.5 billion kronor in cash that is completely useless. It is no longer legal tender. For context, that sum has the same purchasing power as 10 tons of gold, roughly 830 solid gold bars, now sitting completely abandoned. This stockpile is what remains of Sweden's largest ever currency exchange. Between 2015 and 2017, the country carried out a massive recall, invalidating 88 billion kronor in older coins and bills. The sweep was comprehensive, targeting everything from 20 krona notes to the high-value 1,000 krona bills. By most metrics, the project was a success. The Riksbank, Sweden's central bank, managed to collect 92% of all circulating physical cash. But for those still holding the remaining 8%, the cost of procrastination is rising. The Riksbank still processes these old notes today, but the administrative fee is doubling from 100 to 200 kronor. But if the collection was so successful, it leaves a massive statistical hole. Why did billions of kronor still get left behind in a system designed to catch every single crown? The exchange was driven by logistics. The Riksbank needed to introduce better security features for the notes, while the new coins were designed to be lighter and nickel-free, to make them easier to carry and use. Once collected, the old coins were physically melted down, allowing the base metals to be recycled. The banknotes met a more violent end. They were fed into industrial shredders, turning billions of kronor into mountains of paper scrap. That scrap was then shipped to local power plants and burned, literally converting the old currency into district heating for Swedish homes. The efficiency of turning discarded money into residential heat makes the 5.5 billion kronor that escaped the furnaces even more of a curiosity. To see where that money actually is, we have to look at the Riksbank's own breakdown of what came back and what didn't. For high-value currency, the return rate was nearly perfect. 96% of all 1,000 krona notes were successfully turned in. But the data for coins tells a different story. The overall return rate for coinage stalled at just 46%. The most extreme gap was found in the old 2 krona coin. Only 2% of them were ever returned to the bank. These figures point to a collective threshold of effort. While a 1,000 krona note is worth a trip to the bank, a handful of coins rarely is. They were simply left to accumulate in coat pockets, souvenir jars, or the collections of tourists. This missing 5.5 billion is a measurement of human behavior. It represents the point where the physical effort of moving money finally outweighed the value of the money itself. This behavioral shift mirrors a larger trend in Swedish society. In 2012, there was 94 billion kronor in physical circulation across the country. By 2017, that figure had dropped to 55 billion. The cause was simple. When people turned in their old 1,000 krona notes, they didn't ask for new bills. They simply deposited the value into their bank accounts and left the money in the digital system. It's a sharp pivot for a nation with a deep connection to paper money. Sweden's Riksbank issued the first banknotes in Europe back in the 17th century. Today, the country no longer even produces its own physical currency. Coin production moved abroad in 2008, and banknote printing followed in 2016. This shift has made Sweden a global test case for a cashless society, where a growing number of shops and restaurants refuse to accept physical currency of any kind. The 5.5 billion kronor still scattered across Swedish homes isn't just lost change, it's the physical residue of a massive, ongoing shift toward a purely digital economy.